morning, folks.
Howdy.
So this morning we are off to Kennedy Space Centre. About an hour's drive from here. The sun is shining. It was a bit foggy first thing, a bit overcast, but now the sun is shining and it looks like it's going to be another hot one out there. Just watching the local news and they were talking about 20 to 30 inches of rain, weren't they?
Yeah, it's quite a lot.
Yeah. I'm not quite sure when or how, but yeah, I mean it has rained a lot since we've been here, but yeah, 20 to 30 inches is quite deep.
So I chopped the car in for a small boat, I think.
Yeah, we did see one for sale on the side of the road, didn't we?
Yeah, it's been sitting there for about a week and thinking maybe we ought to get that.
Yeah. Anyway, Gary's going to go and get the car started. I'm going to have a quick walk round, show you very, very briefly what we've got here because we haven't shown you yet. But I will do a proper full room tour and everything at the very end of all the vlogs and whatever, or maybe at the start of all the vlogs, who knows. I'll do it as a separate thing, so it's a proper room tour. Anyway, I'm quite excited because we haven't been to Kennedy since we went with the girls when they were younger.
Since we went to the moon.
No, so there you go. Right, I'll give you a quick room tour. Gary can get the car started. Right, so front door, you come in, and to this side you've got a washer dryer. As I say, this is going to be a very speedy room tour. Fridge, freezer, cooker, toaster, full of utensils and crockery and everything there. Full-size dishwasher, cupboards, coffee station, microwave, everything you could want. A Gary who still hasn't got to the car. So this is a 2-bedroom. So this is the bedroom we're not using. We're just using this for storage. So you've still got 2 double beds in here, which is great, and obviously cupboards and things down there. Telephone. You've got a wardrobe here with plenty of storage, and you've got ironing board, vacuum cleaners, all that kind of thing in there. Place to put your cases on. Television, cupboards, and then this door leads through to the bathroom for this particular room. So you've got full-size mirror, all your stuff. You get, Gary's rather taken with this, but this is the Gilchrist and Soames warm oak. But you get body lotion, soaps. There's a hairdryer in this room, toilet, shower, nice big shower. There we go. And again, you've got a body wash, conditioner and shampoo. But yeah, nice big shower. Then leading out of this room, I'll just shut that door. That's a private cupboard room, so we don't get in there. This takes you back out to the main area, kitchen area. Then you've got your bath sort of stalls, breakfast bar area, table, excuse me, and chairs. You've got your lounge area. And it's all the tables and things all have USBs and plug sockets in them, and so does the sofa. These little puffies here have got storage, which are quite good if you can get the lid back on with one hand. Another puffy thing there, big deep drawers, big television, which is great. Then you've got a desk here with your desk lamp, again more sockets and things in the side, loads and loads of sockets, and this takes you into the main bedroom. So in the main bedroom, again, deep wardrobes. You've got a safe. Only criticism is it's that way up, so you've got a lot of wasted space at the top here because you can't kind of stack things like you would if it was laying flat. But yeah, so double wardrobe there, more drawers and things. Big queen size bed, which is lovely. Then you've got obviously your bedside table and light. Jacuzzi bath, which we haven't used, but it's there if you want it. Another bedside table and your telephone. That you can look out onto the patio. The door doesn't open, but the blinds do. Another television. And this takes you through to this bathroom, which again, hello again, big mirror, and you've got a magnifying mirror there as well. usual sort of stuff. Another hairdryer, and this one's just a shower curtain, but it's got the waterfall type shower there. It's also got a hand shower there and a seat, obviously, like if you're elderly, disabled, whatever, for there. Only criticism of this is it doesn't seem to drain properly, and it makes the whole bathroom floor wet. So that's the only thing with that. So yeah, basically that is the room tour. I'll give you a quick look through the curtains. I won't go out there because Gary's in the car ready to go, but this is our patio area. You've got the fan up there and you've got a light out there, and you look out onto the lake and the fountains, which is really nice. Right, I'm going to go jump in the car and fly to the moon. See you in a minute. We're just driving along, and we're getting quite a few bugs hitting the windscreen.
It's like a death bug express.
Yeah, and all we're hearing is crack splat, and the whole windscreen is virtually covered now. And Gary keeps going, oh no. Oh dear. So we're about a quarter of an hour away now. So it's been a fairly okay route. Oh wow, look, pink birds up there. Yeah. So we've they must be parakeets or something. Sorry, I've just been distracted by a group of 4 very big pink birds.
Maybe flamingos.
Flamingos, maybe. Who knows? Do flamingos fly like that? I suppose they do, that high. And there's loads of raptors up there as well. Yeah, so we've had a bit of confusion when we first came from the airport with the toll payment. Where you used to just go through and drop money into a basket, now they have a separate lane for cash. But when we were coming from the airport, it looked like if you went down this lane, it'd be taking you somewhere you didn't want to go. So we just carried on through, and obviously didn't pay anything because we'd gone through the Sun Pass or the E-Pass part. We're now discovering that when you drive, there is a cash lane, and it does take you back out onto it. So that's fine, we can do that. But we have just been through 4 tolls. It's about 4 tolls, isn't it? Literally, you just drive for about 5 minutes and another toll. And another, I mean, granted, they're all about $1.75 each, so they're not a huge amount. Like when you go to France, you're paying like about, like I said to Gary, like 20 or 30 euros. But yeah, it was, so we've gone through 4 tolls. But we just asked, and we said, look, when we first got here, we went through a couple of tolls without realising, and we haven't paid. And she said, that's fine, the hire company will pay for them, and they will just ask you to reimburse them. So we're hoping, because some of them had some fines if you didn't pay in time, so we're hoping that's the case. So we will let you know at the end of all this when we drop the car off and whether that's the case. But I said to Gary, if we came again, I think I would try and purchase an E-Pass or a Sun Pass up front. You can pay cash. The passes are the cheapest, then you pay cash, or you can pay online by plate, and that's the dearest. So worth bearing in mind if you're coming over. I was going to put the GoPro up so you could see a little bit of the travelling, but I think you just see loads of bug splats. Right, we're not very far away now, so I'm going to concentrate on the directions now. So we'd remembered this road from years ago when we came here, and it sort of goes right up, and really weird looking like road that you go up into the sky almost. But I've got the GoPro on. Oh, I can just see the NASA building in the distance as well now, over there, and the beach. Yeah, look, you can't miss it. It's that massive building there.
Yeah, no, I said I looked at the water, so that water was really high. You see the high wheel.
I've just realised I weren't showing you that, I was showing you me. And the NASA building is over there, just about to see. See the launch pad over there as well. remember them saying something like it was as tall as a football pitch or something like that. Way back in the day when we came here. Just seen a huge flock of just seen a huge flock of a huge flock of geese fly over. Oh my god! And I haven't even had a drink.
Lights, turn right.
Launch 21st of May. 21st of May, we're here on 21st of May. You can usually see launches from where we're staying, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, that might be worth looking out for. Mega hot here. I can feel myself burning already, so I think I'm going to be slathering on the sunblock. Just let you know that parking is $15, so that doesn't come in with your ticket. Oh gosh, it's hot. And Gary's just pointed out that the flag is flying at half-mast and we're not sure why. Need a picture next to that.
Will be enriched by new knowledge of our universe and environment.
Right, so we've got to go to Will Call over there to change our ticket up. But yeah, we'll definitely get a picture next to that NASA thing. Plan your day. Did you hear that? Is there a Starbucks here?
Well, there's no costers here, is there? So.
Honestly. First thing of the day and he wants a coffee. Do you go to the toilet?
No, I'm okay for that at the moment.
Right, let's go and change these tickets up. And we're in. Right, so you get the bus tour in with your
Welcome to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. My name is Ken. I'm here to represent NASA, and I'm going to conduct a free rocket garden tour at 11:15. If you'd like to join me, I'm standing in the shade right across from the entrance of the rocket garden, and I will begin promptly at 11:15. Come on over. Thank you very much.
So this is the rocket garden that he does the tour of. So he obviously tells you about all of these. We'll stop and take some pictures. Do you want to go and get a drink first? Oh look! Oh my God! Gary's going to be in his element. Oh my God! Oh my God! Look what! Look what Gary's just seen. The most exciting thing here.
If you get the rockets, get me a coffee then.
Yeah, look, he's seen the Starbucks sign.
The siren is calling.
Oh my God. Well, that's made his day.
Come to me, come to me.
Oh wow. Let's go and get a coffee then. So, I ordered a chocolate thing like I had the other day, and it's not what I've got. I'm not quite sure what this is, and I didn't want cream on it. So somebody's going to be throwing up soon. Gary's got his latte.
What was it called though? The other one? Do you know what it was called?
Yeah, it was like a double chocolate chip.
Is it like an iced chocolate thing?
Iced chocolate thing, but it was. So Gary's got a, you can see in there, a maple pecan butter, walnut pecan, walnut. I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I'm very hot. He's got a cake which is banana, walnut, and pecan, and I have got a sausage, egg, and cheese muffin. I was going to go for the chicken, egg, and maple butter, but Gary put me off. So, but it's quite nice seating area. So yeah, it's a quite nice seating area with all the rockets. You've got the fans going. It's nice and cool under here. And once we've had this, we're going to go on the bus tour. As we said, we'll do that before it gets too late, so we know we've definitely done it, because it only runs until 2:30. So, but last time we came here, there definitely wasn't a Starbucks, so Gary's in his element.
I know that. My t-shirt almost matches the decor, and it actually matches a local school this year. I've all got t-shirts on pretty much the same colour, so I'm probably going to get mixed up with them.
Yeah, Gary's going to end up as a school kid.
So if I just
He disappears.
try and age down a bit, I might get a free lunch.
That's all he's after, free food. So you can meet an astronaut and get his signature. So we're going to go and see. We're going to do that, and then we're going to get the bus tour. So the astronaut you can meet is Robert Bob Thirsk. And there he is over there. So apparently he's done the Soyuz and the space shuttle. We can get him to sign a map or a ticket and then get a photograph with him. So that's what we're going to do.
You can say what one. You can
Yeah.
say the shuttle, I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, well we can ask when we get up there. See if we can remember.
Yeah.
Wow, well that was really cool, wasn't it? A really nice guy. He was originally recruited by the Canadian Aeronautical
Space Agency.
And he has started his first, well he was 30 when he started, he's had a 28 year career doing this, and yeah, he's telling us all about it. He's done 3 or 4 missions.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah,
Really
International
enjoyed that.
Space Station.
So we've got his signature on our map. Gary's got his on a somewhere
On
on
my
his
leg.
ticket.
It's on my leg.
There we go.
Bob Thirsk.
There we go. So yeah, that was pretty cool. So right, now we are going to go and have a look to see. I think it's the bus tour next. So, yeah, enjoyed that. That was really cool. He said the best part wasn't necessarily the zero gravity, which was cool, or seeing beautiful sight of Earth. He said it was the people he's worked with who, you know, sort of made him his best, and that, yeah, really, really cool to meet him. Nice chat. Right, so sorry, Gary's on one today. Keeps making inappropriate jokes. So we've
Inappropriate?
yeah, it was. You just called him a rude thing, and I won't repeat it.
In a spacesuit.
No. So we've just had a picture done with somebody dressed up in an astronaut suit, which Gary thought was just a statue.
Yes.
He's going, it's just, that's not a person in there. And then some children walked past and he moved and scared them. We were saying many years ago when we came here, our daughter ended up with heat exhaustion by the end of the day, and we said, didn't we? It's like a complete sun trap here. It's so hot.
Fry an egg on this ground.
Yeah, it's so hot. There's just like no air, but it's not humid. It's really dry heat today. It's intensely hot.
It's been in the 90s, God.
Yeah. Right, onto the bus
money.
tour.
Well, how's everybody doing this afternoon? All right. My name's Dave. I'll be your tour escort to the Apollo Saturn V Center. There, you're going to learn about the moon landings of over 50 years ago. I'd like to remind everybody, please remain seated while the bus is in motion, and you're welcome. Take all the pictures you like, but please do not take any pictures of the security. They don't like it. We're gonna watch a few videos on the way, and we should be there about 10-15 minutes. And on behalf of NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, I want to thank everybody for joining us and hope you enjoy yourselves today. Ignition sequence start.
Now now step off the land now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
And a half Empire State Building. And it would take 250 billion ping pong balls to fill it. It was built in the 1960s for the Apollo program. Every Saturn V rocket that sent humans to the moon was assembled right here. Every space shuttle mission also assembled within these same walls. After the space shuttle program, a major renovation to the inside of this building began to accommodate NASA's next generation of rockets, the Space Launch System, or SLS. Lockheed Martin has developed a capsule called Orion that will sit atop the SLS rocket. This capsule is designed to facilitate human exploration of the moon and eventually Mars.
It is the VAB, Vehicle Assembly Building. It is 129 million cubic feet. At the time it was built, it was the largest in the world. And that's my volume. Give you an idea how big it is, look at that flag. The flag is 209 feet tall, 110 feet wide. Each star is 6 foot. Each stripe, 8.5. Blue background, size of a regulation NBA basketball court.
Just spotted that there is a bird nesting in the S and the little one sleeping in the A. And Gary said, really good place to nest. Really cute. So we're waiting outside. We've just got off the bus and waiting outside and the doors are shut. And I just said to Gary, what are you waiting for? We've been waiting for ages. And he went,
Space.
he's been saying that all day. Space.
But it fits, look.
So yeah, we're waiting there for those doors to open again. However, decent music while we're waiting. Got 60s stuff, which is pretty good. One of my fave eras.
When I was a kid, I used to dream about flying through space. Every week on TV, I'd watch my heroes as they jumped into their rocket ships and took to the stars. And I wanted to be like them. They had courage, imagination, and no problem ever stood in their way for long. In the end, when we actually did send men into space, it turned out that those were exactly the qualities it took. I'm John Hudson. This is Pad 39 of the Kennedy Space Center. I was a launch controller here when from this very spot, man took off to fly to the moon. It was a journey that began 12 years before that rocket ever left the ground. And it started on the other side of the world. Back then, we were one of two superpowers that always seemed to be on the edge of a terrible war. In 1957, the Soviet Union launched the first ever man-made satellite into Earth orbit. They called it Sputnik, which means traveling companion. And in a world where peace hung in a delicate balance, it seemed to be a dangerous advantage. Every ham radio operator in America could hear it beeping. People were afraid. Were the Soviets looking down on us, watching us? If they could make a satellite pass over our cities, could they do the same with a bomb? Our own space program kicked into high gear, and less than 2 months later, we were ready to launch our own satellite. The space race, and we were running a distant second. In 1961, we fell even further behind. Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first man into space, circling the world in just 89 minutes. We had our own astronauts, and they were eager and ready to take the big ride. But our manned space program couldn't seem to get off the ground. We stuck with it, and on May 5th, 1961, things finally started going right. Astronaut Alan Shepard took his ship Freedom 7 6.5 miles into space. America had its first space hero. Just a few days later, our space program received a new challenge. But this one did not come from the Soviet Union. It came from our young president. In one inspiring moment, he changed the mission from one based in fear of the present to one of hope for the future.
But why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? And they may well ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why 35 years ago, fly the Atlantic? Why does Rice play Texas? We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing. Not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
We hadn't been more than 16 minutes into space, and now we were going to the moon. We would have to design a rocket the size of a 36-story office building, put it together with the precision of a microscope, and accelerate it to the speed of a bullet. Then we would have to guide it to a moving target 250,000 miles away. Many people thought it was an impossible dream, but 400,000 of us set about making that dream a reality. It would be the longest, most hazardous voyage that any man had dared to attempt. But step by step, mission by mission, we orbited the Earth, perfecting the skills and technologies we would need on this incredible journey. Our astronauts practiced maneuvering, docking, and the 1,000 other tasks that would comprise the moon mission. We created new alloys, lighter and stronger than anything seen before. We designed communication systems that would be reliable over the vast distances. And behind it all, we tried to perfect the rocket that would be powerful enough to punch out of Earth orbit and take us to the moon. One day, however, the dream of flying to the moon almost slipped away. It was January 27, 1967. Astronauts Virgil Gus Grissom, Edward White, and Roger Chaffee were on board Apollo 1 for a plugs-out test, a full-scale dress rehearsal for the actual launch. Suddenly it happened. There was a fire in the capsule. 3 men whose lives have been in our hands were lost.
Surely the opening vistas of space promise high costs and hardships, as well as high reward. But this country of the United States was not built by those who waited and rested and wished to look behind them.
After Apollo 1, some thought we'd failed and that the moon was out of our reach. But we owed it to those men to learn from their sacrifice and to carry on. We started taking the Apollo vehicle apart piece by piece. Was the design flawed? Had safety been compromised? Tough questions. And we spent 1.5 years redesigning the spacecraft so that no astronaut's life would ever be at risk because we overlooked something or because we could have done something better. A moon rocket is 91% high explosive, and it goes into the most unforgiving, hazardous environment there is. We could never make it risk-free, and the men who flew them knew that. We didn't send men into space again until Apollo 7 orbited the Earth, testing some of the new designs. When everything worked perfectly, the decision was made. The next mission would travel to the moon. It was mankind's destiny to leave the shores of our planet behind and strike out across the vast ocean of space. In the great span of our history, now was the time that we could. Now was the time that we would. We stood on the eve of the longest, most dangerous journey that any man had ever undertaken. And it would be taken by Frank Borman, James Lovell, and William Anders, the crew of Apollo 8. Through those doors, you'll find the firing room, launch control, just as it was on December 21st, 1968.
Please gather all of your belongings. Please watch your step and use the handrails on the stairs. Continue moving forward in order to make room for the guests entering behind you. Guests with special physical...
And no man had ever flown before. It was a few days before Christmas, 1968, when Apollo 8 sat on the pad. She was the first of a new kind, a moon rocket. This was the Phoenix, risen from the ashes of Apollo 1. The first Apollo crew did not die in vain. This was to be their testament. Stories high, she had been fully fueled throughout the night. The liquid oxygen in her tanks caused ice to form on the outside of the craft. The extreme temperature differences between the air and the sub-zero fuel caused the metal skin of the rocket to expand and contract. Everyone was on pad agreed. It was as though the rocket was alive, breathing, straining to reach. Earlier in the morning, astronauts Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, and Bill Anders had made their final preparations before taking that long ride out to the waiting spacecraft. The minimum safe distance from the Saturn V at liftoff was 3 miles. The reason was simple. When fully fueled, the rocket contained the explosive power of an atomic bomb. It was as though the rocket was alive, breathing, straining to reach. Earlier in the morning, astronauts Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, and Bill Anders had made their final preparations before taking that long ride out to the waiting spacecraft. The minimum safe distance from a Saturn V at liftoff was 3 miles. The reason was simple. When fully fueled, the rocket contained the explosive power of an atomic bomb. As the clock counted down, the astronauts and all of us in launch control went through the pre-flight checks. Our hands on the controls of the most powerful, most complex machine ever built. It had over 2 million separate systems, and to bring these men back alive, everything had to work perfectly.
Each individual system had been tested, but what we didn't know was how they would perform when all tuned in and began to work together. That moment would come when the countdown clock reached 0. If a maneuvering thruster failed, if communications broke down, if navigation was off by 1 degree, if any piece of the miles of wiring, circuits, relays, or valves was defective, Fred Borman, Jim Lovell, and Bill Anders would pay with their lives. As they sat, waiting for launch on that chill December morning, these 3 astronauts were back to what they had always been, test pilots. You are now in the final minutes before the launch of Apollo 8. Right here, where it actually happened. Mankind is about to leave his planet behind and journey to another. It is one of those rare moments when history is not being made, destiny is being embraced.
T-minus 3 minutes and counting. We've completed our communications checks with the Apollo 8 astronauts in the cabin, and the communications are go. During this period, once we do get the final command, the various tanks within the 3 stages of Saturn V launch vehicle begin to pressurize. We have firing command. The firing command is in. We're now on the operating sequence. T-minus 2 minutes, 20 seconds, and counting. Our status story indicates that all aspects are ready. Instrument meters ready, spacecraft ready. Final check of the emergency detection system. That ready light also on. First stage preparations are completed. Okay. Ready to go, stand by order. Okay, you're on. All good to go. 45 seconds and counting. The first stage of the oxygen tank has been pressurized, and the pressure is still building up. Coming up in 90 seconds, mark T-minus 90 seconds and counting. The Apollo 8 crew standing by, spacecraft commander Frank Borman, Jim Lovell, Bill Anders. We now report that the liquid hydrogen tank in the first stage is pressurized. 1 minute 15 seconds. All first stage propellants pressurized at this time, which is the 160-second mark on the flight signal. 60 seconds and counting. The vehicle now is completely pressurized. We're coming up on a power transfer shortly. We have the power transfer. We're now on the flight batteries within the launch vehicle. Final reports coming from Frank Borman this time. Final look at the 6 was aboard the spacecraft. 20 seconds, all aspects. We are still aboard at this time. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Sequence start. The engines are on. 4, 3.
safely here. I know. I'm Jim Pablo. I was on the crew of this spacecraft, Apollo 8. We were the first men to see the surface of the moon from just a few miles away. There was the hundreds of thousands of men and women who worked on that team, and the millions of people who supported the mission that really made it possible. That way, I guess, we all went to the moon. Now, on the other side of those rovers, you'll find an actual Saturn V moon model. It's still the most powerful, the most complex machine ever built. And I guess it's the only one that can take you to another planet. I'm actually going to fly one on my second flight to the moon called Apollo 13. But that's another story.
The size of them, oh my goodness. Massive. So fun fact, we used to actually live on an astronaut estate named after all the astronauts, and ours was Love Rise. So we were in a little street, little cul-de-sac that was named after Jim Lovell.
Man.
This here is a lunar sample, and this is for you, Dad. This is for you, Dad, because my dad has got a video of my mum back in the 90s doing exactly this. So I wanted to come and touch this because my mum touched this, and my dad has the video of it. So Dad, I've done this for you.
But I've got to stay right in here.
It is extremely hot today. Right now it is registering 94 on my bus. And alligators, they don't like heat. They can stay underwater for up to 2 hours without having to surface. So if you're gonna look for some of those gators, look in the big open area. I'll put my hand up like this. You're gonna see nothing but trees, and then it'll come into a big open area You can see alligators, manatee, or porpoise swimming out there at any time, all right? So we'll look for that. We did have 2 eaglets in our eagle's nest. They have gone. About a week ago, they left and they flew north for the summer because after all, they are snowbirds, all right? And we're going past the vehicle assembly building, the crawler transporter, and the mobile launcher. If you didn't get those pictures, I'll be going like this. Get those pictures. Fabulous photo opportunity. Here we go.
Kennedy Space Center is surrounded by the Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge. While the refuge in total takes up 140,000 acres, NASA only occupies about 7,000.
Just been in the IMAX cinema, and we just watched a program about the telescope they sent up, which is stronger than the Hubble, and all the things it's found. And
That's the building they were in, the same one you remember.
And it was just like incredible, all the galaxies they found, and yeah, there's definitely other life out there. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. However, it was a 40-minute film and I was struggling to stay awake because I'm knackered and it's really hot, and yeah, anyway, there we go, look, all the rockets. We haven't even been in the Heroes and Legends bit either. So this is the Mars rover. Pretty smart bit of kit. These all sort of look like they're out of Star Wars. Height 10.5 foot or 3.2 meters. Width 13 foot 4 meters. Length 23.8 foot 7.3 meters. 4 seats including the driver. Cruise speed 2 to 4 miles per hour or 3.2 to 6.4 kilometers per hour. Maximum speed 5 to 6. Max speed 8 to 9.7. And weight 5,500 pounds or 2,494.8 kilograms. So it can separate into 2 sections, a stationary lab and an exploratory vehicle. Drink earlier from the Red Rock Grill, which is quite cool because it's almost like sort of a space shuttle, and you go to the command centre to press what you want, and then you go to the window to be given it at the space hatch. Right, mission to Mars. We don't know what this is, but we're going to go and have a look. Your destination, the moon. Oh, see, it's a show. Next show at 4:30. This place shuts at 5, which is quite early. And it's 20 past 4 now, so we haven't got much time. Here we go. Perseverance rover, Mars 2020. Space exploration vehicle. Ooh. Insight Mars landing. Seismic monitoring station. I find all this stuff fascinating. Original rovers. Look, that kids' play area, look.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's what that little shuttle thing was.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like that, would you?
Probably not.
That was fun, going down the slide. Shuttle launch experience. Oh no, it's shut now. Oh, that's a shame. Fallen friends and heroes. Astrovan. Now you've got flight simulators. Docking stations. Do you want to fly?
Use your feet as well. Those rudder pedals work.
They might do, yeah. About to stall.
Watch his feet go up. See, it does even
It's harder than it looks. Gentle. Go on, you have a go. See if you can do better than me. There we go, watch him do it really well now. No, the pedals don't do anything. Right, here we go, you watch him do the perfect landing. Oh no, he's crashed. Here we go again. About to stall. Great job. Oh wow, look, you're doing it well now. So on the way home, there's a problem, and they say, can anyone fly this plane? I won't say yes. And so concludes our day at Kennedy Space Centre. A very hot day. Absolutely baking still. Yeah, that was really good. I could have spent longer here. Unfortunately, we went to go on this shuttle experience, and I was going to brave it, but it was closed. By the time we found it and got to it, it was closed. Yeah, this has changed from when we came before.
That bit over there, where those things called canopy things.
Yeah.
That's where there was one sitting outside.
There was.
And you went up into the side of that building there, and you went up the steps to get into it.
Yeah, so it's changed a lot here, but it's really good, and I highly recommend it if you're into space and all that kind of thing. You know, you can't fault it, can you really? It's there's so much stuff, and I mean, we've only touched on it really. There was loads more we could have done today, but yeah, definitely worth a visit. And if you buy your tickets in England before you come out, you get a much better deal, because when we gave our voucher in, she was questioning and said, how come these people have only paid child price to one of the other ladies? And she said, oh, that's the deal they get from the UK. So it's definitely worth getting your tickets beforehand and come in. But yeah, no, I'd highly recommend it. It's a bit of a drive, it's about an hour's drive. It's not a hard drive, is it?
No, really.
Other than all the tolls you had to go through. But yeah, definitely worth it.